Hey everyone, welcome back to Hey Dad RC, and today I figured I would share the upgrades that I just installed on my old Lunchbox. All these upgrades I picked up will work on any CW01 Tamiya chassis. And my curiosity with these upgrades basically just got the best of me. I've heard that these upgrades make a huge difference. To me, out of the box, the Lunchbox is just fun anyways. When I built this thing, and number one, this is one of the older RCs in my collection when I got back into the hobby. I've had this for probably 6-7 years-ish. When I built it, the only thing I did was I put ball bearings in there and the aluminum body mounts as well. Other than that, it's been completely stock. It has been run brushless. This thing has been run a lot. The body shell has got a lot of war wounds. This is one of my most run RCs in my collection. So she's got a lot of miles on her. And, you know, when I picked these up, I kept thinking, am I going to put them in the Lunchbox? Am I going to put them in the Midnight Pumpkin? I decided to go put them in the older one that's gotten a lot of use. I figured she could use some love. But I picked up off of eBay a set of oil-filled dampers for it. Over here, I've got the upgraded shock mount for it. And see how well you can see it here. I also picked up one of these transmission braces that are supposed to stop that annoying slap. That definitely seems like it's doing its thing. That was pretty easy to put in, and it was 10 bucks with $4 shipping off of eBay, but I did get 2 of them, so I'll probably slap the other one in the Midnight Pumpkin. But all told, these 3 separate items, the shocks and the shock mount in the back and that brace, everything, including tax, looking at around 75 bucks. So is it worth it in a truck like this? I don't know. Like I said, to me, stock, this truck just works, but I'm very curious. So I'm just waiting for the nickel metal pack to charge. We'll get that in, we'll get the body on, and I'm going to take it for a quick rip before the football games start, and I'll let you know what I think of them. All right, so before we get this test out of the way, I also forgot to mention earlier, I did something I should have done when I built the kit, and that is I glued the tires to the rims. The rear ones, front ones I didn't bother because I don't really think it's necessary, but, you know, upgrades will help the Lunchbox at all? I guess we'll see. Just running a 2000 milliamp nickel metal hydride pack. Hayden's out here behind me running the Bandit. I think that chassis brace definitely helps it out. The shocks definitely help it feel more planted. You know, with that being said, you know, for me personally, on a kit that costs, well, I'm not exactly sure what they cost right now, but I know they're more expensive. But when I first picked it up, it was a little over 100 bucks. To drop a $36 upgrade in it for the shocks, I'm not really sure. I mean, it's a Lunchbox, it still turns horribly. And I know there's things out there you can do to address that issue. But these were the 3 that I picked With the money that I had on hand, I had $100 to play with. So I picked up these 3 upgrades and a bearing kit for that Bandit that Hayden's driving. I haven't gotten them in there yet though, but I gotta glue those tires onto the Bandit as well. And I had to get a motor for the Kyosho Trail Cam, so that's where the $100 went. It definitely driving it back here, those oil-filled shocks definitely help it out. Alright guys, sorry to cut that one short, so we can see the Bandit broke. So I handed the Lunchbox off to Hayden to drive, and unfortunately, the battery for the Lunchbox died real quick. As far as a Bandit, just a screw backed out that held that in. I searched in the yard, and it's like finding a needle in a haystack, but I might have something here that'll work. Back to the Lunchbox. You know, again, $75 in upgrades. It's still not a good turning truck. I mean, that can be addressed. Maybe I'll do that, I'm not sure. That little chassis brace though, or the transmission brace that goes in there to stop that slap, that really does a nice job. And I suppose driving it around the little bit that I did out there, it definitely is more planted and handles the bumps quite a bit better. So, you know, I guess I would have to say probably a pretty decent upgrade. But to me, the CW01 chassis really was never intended to be a great driving chassis. But I've been so curious over the years, and I thought that my old beat-up Lunchbox definitely deserved a little bit of blaming. But I think that's going to do it for this one, guys. I'm going to keep running this a whole bunch more. And like I said earlier, it's actually these two here are 2 of the more used vehicles in my collection. But definitely a decent upgrade. I will mention, if you get these shocks, on the top, they're secured in with E-clips. And I've decided that if I ever was a superhero, my personal kryptonite would be E-clips. I hate those things. I know they make a tool for them. I just haven't pulled the trigger and bought one yet. But on this, I lost one when pinging across the dining room where I was working on it. Got the magnet out, still couldn't find it. Broke another one, lost another one. So thankfully, they only give you 4 with these shocks. So thankfully, I had some extras. But man, do I hate those things. Guys, as always, I appreciate you taking some time out of your day to check out my videos. Till next time, everybody stay safe. We'll see you around.